Thanks very much, Ange. I'm now joined by the chair of a new program here at NAIT, Jim Sandercock, the chair of the Alternative Energy Technology program. Jim, talk about this program. First year of existence here at NAIT, and what is the idea behind it?
We've been developing the program over about the last 2 years. This is the first intake for students. The idea is that we're trying to educate students and have graduates come out of the NAIT program. They're going to go into the Alberta industry and help the industry grow.
Talk about some of the different ideas for alternative energy that students will be working on in their 4 semesters in this program.
First semester, they're primarily looking at the undergirding sciences. In the second semester, they take on 6 different energy technologies, ways of generating electricity. So that could be wind power, that could be solar power, that could be fuel cells. So you've probably heard of Ballard in Vancouver. A lot of it is about stationary stuff, biofuels, other things like that, multiple generations of technologies as well. When we get into third semester, we start talking about integrating things together. We get into cogen and some systems that are not necessarily renewable energy, but alternative energy. So taking things that we currently do and modifying the way they're being done to capture a little bit more energy out of them. They get into some design stuff, but they also get into economics courses, asking the question, what's the return on investment if somebody decides to put up solar PV on their house? And then we also have another course that's looking at the carbon footprint, asking the question from an ecological perspective. So what's my return on investment versus, say, coal or natural gas if we decide to put PV on our roof, for example. And so the students, the graduates from our program can offer a lot of things to potential clients, not just the how much does it cost and where do we put it, but other questions as well.
Wow, talk about the uniqueness of this program. Like you were mentioning, NAIT is generally known as a trade school, but like you said, it also has a polytechnic aspect as well.
Yeah, we've moved fairly far into the polytechnic realm, so we do have our trades. That's a very significant core of NAIT. We've got a number of diploma programs. That's a very significant core for NAIT. And we've started a Bachelor of Technology program, which you can do a 2-year diploma, and then you can ladder into 2 more years to do the bachelor's degree. And then with 2 more years of laddering, you can get a master's in business administration as well. And so there's been a lot of excitement about the different possibilities. That's our polytechnic side of things. Yeah.
Talk about one of the exciting features that's added into this program that just went up here in late September, the wind turbine that's outside.
So yeah, we've put up a wind turbine. It's just north of our building, and it's a Skystream 3.7. You've got some tape of it way up, 45 feet up on the stock spinning around. This is actually a model of it here. This is the full-size model. It doesn't have all the inner workings, but it's very similar to one we've got out there. So students can work on this one. First of all, you can see that it looks a lot bigger here than when it's 45 feet up. But then the students can get in and we'll actually have them disassemble it and reassemble it and work on getting the correct torque and all the rest of that. But it really does give you a scale, a concept of scale for the device. And it's a Skystream 3.7, which means it's 3.7 meters in terms of its entire swept diameter.
We'll talk about the sustainability that it also has within the school. It's also helping and going into the grid to generate some power for the school as well.
It is, yeah. We didn't really want to focus as much on trying to offset the energy usage of the building. Some programs across Canada have made that choice. Our perspective was that we want our students to interact with as many different technologies as possible. So we've taken our dollars and gone as many different directions as possible with that and gotten as many different representative technologies as possible.
Finally, Jim just mentioned how important it is to instill a program like this and how excited you guys are that it's in our province now and how sustainable it will be for the future.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, there's obviously across the world a sea change in how we're generating electricity. There's a lot of excitement. Really, realistically, we're looking at something like 30% growth in the energy use by developing countries in a very near future. Oil and gas is a cornerstone of our economy in Alberta. We're an energy province ever since the Leduc. But what we'd really like to do at NAIT is support Alberta's work at being an energy province into the future as well.
Jim, thanks so much for joining us here today and talking about this program.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate you coming by.
Excellent. Well, stay tuned. There's lots more to come on the program, but first, your Viking Mechanical local weather forecast.